How's it going, guys? James96 here, back with a brand new episode on the Caplex SMP server. Yes, welcome back, guys, to another episode, and we've got some more stuff to get on with today, so let's get straight into it. We're currently over at Spawn Town, which is taking shape really well, so if I would start here, I was going to start over in my base, which is where we're going to be for the majority of our episode, but I thought I'd come here quickly first. Well, I was over here anyway, so yeah, this is what the spawn town is looking like. I'm really liking the progress that we've made. We've got some of the detail of the wall now. It's only got a last little bit to do, this top bit that you can kind of see through the trees there, so not long to go until that is completely done, which is awesome. And then we've got a couple of buildings which have popped up, which we'll have a quick look at, I suppose. Town Hall hasn't had any work on it, which is a bit of a shame, but hopefully that'll be done on our next Community Wednesday, which, if I get this video out quick enough, will be out will be today, and it'll be live on Twitch. I'll probably start recording quite early on Twitch, but hopefully I'll have an announcement video saying that. But it depends when this comes out as to whether you've seen that first or second, I don't know. But this is the Lysandra's shop. It's currently closed for business, but I'm sure she won't mind me coming in and just having a look around. I really like this idea of putting banners up for the changing rooms. That's a very smart move. And creeper heads as well, that's interesting. She's obviously used charged creepers to get the creeper heads, which isn't too hard to do. But yeah, that's what this all looks like, which I think is pretty cool. It's not open for business yet, so I shouldn't really have too much of a look around, although it looks like she's going to be selling loads of stuff to do with gold, which reminds me, I might go check out the gold farm quickly today as well to have a look at it, because we didn't do it last time because I wasn't sure if we were allowed to have a look, but Lysandra said it's fine, so we might do that quickly in today's episode. This is Brizzle's shop, which I love the look of. And what Brizzle's done is actually pretty cool. So this is his shop. I'm not exactly sure what the selling part is yet, or like how you buy stuff or anything. I presume that will come at some point. I assume this isn't open for business either yet. Spawn Town's kind of just being planned out at the moment. Like there's a plot here, size plot. Dan's got a plot up there. I'm gonna make a plot. I'm not gonna have it where I was gonna build it, because one, it was quite a large plot apparently, bigger than some of the others, so some people weren't quite happy with it, and I'm sure they would have been fine, but I'd rather just not step on anyone's toes. I'm just gonna have a little plot somewhere. I've got a pretty fun idea actually, so I'll do that instead. But yeah, this is Brizzle's plot, and Brizzle's plot is actually pretty cool. He's got this pretty mammoth hopper array out the back here, and basically what he's got is he's got a let me get this right. So he's got basically a link between this building here and his base, which is over in that direction, I believe. And basically he can drop stuff in a chest at his base and it'll transfer over to here and automatically get sorted into the chest. And he's also got a chest which is where's the way back chest? I'm not sure where it is, but he's got, I think it might be this one even. No, it's not, but there's a chest somewhere which links back to his house as well, so he can transfer things both ways, which is pretty cool. And speaking of that, actually, that's how I got some of this armor which I've got here now. So I got these two unenchanted, which I then enchanted and got some pretty good enchantments on it. Projectile protection 4, respiration 3, aqua affinity 1, which is all you really need from a helmet. Maybe some unbreaking would have been good. Protection 4, unbreaking 3 for the chest piece, and then I also got these diamond boots. And basically I got that just from helping him debug this system. It was actually really easy. Down the bottom here, it was just to do with how Hopper was powered when it shouldn't be, I think was pretty much it, if I remember rightly. Let's just have a quick wash if we can. Yeah, chilling in a bath. Love it. Alright, let's continue on with what we're doing. So that's pretty much everything at spawn at the moment. It's looking pretty good already. Some trees being grown here and such like. I think that's just temporary stuff. But yeah, then we've also got over here, Dan has set up a portal to the spawn chunks, which is pretty cool. So you just jump through it and you go over to the spawn chunks. And in the community live stream tonight, we're going to be doing some work over here using the blast miners, which is a module which I'm going to be using a lot more myself personally. I'll explain that a bit more when we get over to my base area. Not that I'm not that sure how much time we'll have over there, but we'll get there at some point today. And yeah, we've got some villagers trapped here, which we're going to do some automatic breeding. And the idea is to just set up a ton of automatic farms, and then this portal that we've made, you can actually throw items in. Did that go through? That didn't look like it went through. Hang on, let me just throw that again. Oh, fail. Yeah, it does go through. Okay. So then it goes through to the other side, and as you can see, you just pick it up through like that. So it's pretty cool. So we're going to be able to transfer items through the portal, which we'll play around with a bit more once we've got everything set up. I think that could be a lot of fun. Anyway, let's move on because we're limited on time today. We'll have to see how much we can get through, especially if I want to get this up before my live stream starts. But I think we should be able to do it. So let's first of all check out the gold farm then. This area's changed a little bit, but not a lot. I think the gold farm you just have to run up here. So we'll try that. And hopefully it's operational at the moment. There's been a few issues where people just don't know how to use it. But I'm pretty sure I know what I'm doing. That doesn't look like the right way. We've got to find it as well. That's the other issue. We may be going the complete wrong direction, which would be kind of embarrassing. I think we are at the moment. So let me just go back this way. Go back to the start, retrace my steps. It's kind of a mess back here. Lysandra needs to put, yeah, it's this one. Is it? Yes. I was close. There were a load of signs, but I think when people were redesigning it slightly, some of the signs got removed, so it'd be nice if people could redo it. I'm tempted just to do a Nether hub because I don't think anyone's going to do one. So I might do that in an upcoming episode. I think I'm going to do a lot more episodes. I hope that there's another minecart on here. Oh god. Okay, we did it. I didn't actually read the sign before I went, which was really stupid. Danger, no entry, authorised personnel only. Like I said, I think we're alright to go through. I don't really have a lot of choice now. I mean, I can go back through there. Alright, I'm going to go up there and have a look. And hopefully I won't do any damage. And if I do, then I'll spend the time fixing it. Because she'll be able to tell me if I've done it wrong, because it'll be on camera. But anyway, yeah. What was I just saying? Yeah, I think I'm going to do more episodes on Caplex because I've got a lot of stuff at the moment which I'm kind of doing. So I think a couple more videos a week. I'm in the process of working out a new upload schedule. Aren't I always? I always seem to be changing my upload schedule. But that should be coming out soon, which should be pretty good. Right, how does this work then? Okay, let's just have a look at what you have to do. So you got your enchant area here. You got some chests, which is clearly where everything gets killed. Got that switch there. Okay, wow. It's pretty impressive. Now are you meant to go up here? I feel like I'm going to get this wrong, actually. Why do I feel like I'm going to get it wrong? Shouldn't be that difficult, should it? So, I just don't know if a pigman's meant to go in there or if I'm meant to go in there. I feel like I need to be up at the top, though. Let's try getting in. Is this a bad idea? Yeah, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Let's try hopping up and seeing what we see at the top. I don't think I can go too badly wrong. So we'll just try jumping up here. I presume these carpets are in place to stop people using the farm at the moment. I guess. Can't think why else they'd be in. I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, by the looks of it, there should be a pigman somewhere around here, which is aggroed. I think we're safe to go. I should be safe to go across. And then I presume all of these are meant to be open. So we probably can't do this properly at the moment because there's probably meant to be a pigman trapped somewhere. But I imagine... I hope this is okay. If I do that, then the idea is that they all try and run to the centre, and you can see they're pathfinding towards me, and they'll fall down, the majority of them, into this tube here, where they'll die. Some of them are falling off the sides because they're a bit clumsy. But yeah, the idea, I believe, is that they all fall into the centre here, and you're meant to have a single zombie villager, which I presume goes in that spot right there. That looks like it's a spot where... that's where I'd put a zombie villager. But anyway, and then they all fall down and XP collects down the bottom. So I think that's how it works. but I'm not really sure what this carpet's all about. Although, to be fair, that's probably how you capture a zombie villager, which I bet then just goes in, like, here somewhere. I need to kill this guy, because otherwise he's not going to despawn. Okay, so he's dead. Oh, a few more. Can I collect the XP? If I go down here. Haha. Yeah. Awesome. A little bit of XP, but I think that's pretty much how it works. So, yeah, that's that one. That took a bit longer than I was expecting, but at least we kind of showed it off. I'm sure Lysandra will probably tell me that I didn't do that right at all, but I think it's not in operation at the moment, so that kind of justifies that. And how much gold was that? Just a little bit. Apparently this can get quite a lot of gold when it's in operation. So anyway, let's move on to what we're going to be getting up to today. So we need to head over. We're going to have to go through this portal. I don't know where this portal is going to lead me to actually, but we need to head over to my base because that's where I'm going to be showing you what I've been up to and also what we're going to be doing for the rest of this episode. Nothing to see here. Ah, I've seen this portal before and thought, why on earth is it here then? That makes so much sense now. I think I've linked to that portal before and been really confused. Because it made no sense as to why it was there. Because I was like, well, if it's a portal that isn't needed, then should someone just break it? But that's what it's useful for. Okay, so that answers a question for me. That's good. Right, let's go over this direction. And do we have a minecart? We do have a minecart on us. So we can do a little bit of this by minecart. There's not minecart all the way yet to my area. I'm saving that until I get... until I make a nether hub or someone makes a nether hub, because that seems like the logical time to do it. But we'll just go on a little adventure here. It saves me a bit of food and hunger. And of course the rail sounds are really loud. I can never remember which one it is. I still don't know which one it is. Oh well, we're out now. And I think I did have some cows around here, but I think they died. I was transferring some cows over, which I'll talk about more once we get over there, but thanks for the comments on the last episode, guys. People really liked the fence that I did, and the time-lapse in general. I'm going to be doing more with the replay mod in the future. It's a lot of fun playing with that replay mod, I feel, because at the end of the day, you can just play normally. You don't have to worry about camera angles, which was such a pain with the third-party time-lapses. Or third-person time-lapses, because you'd have to set up a camera account, build for a bit, then you'd have to check that you're still on screen for a start, and also you want to change around the angles, you don't get the transitions that you get from the replay mod, because with the replay mod, that was 150 minutes worth of footage, and it was just one continuous cut. It's just insane, and it got it down to a like 3-minute video, which is really useful, and definitely something that I want to do in the future. Oh, by the way, I'm going to put ice all the way along this at some point as well. I've got a bit of ice, I made an ice tray over by spawn, just in the mountain area, just past spawn. Cool, we've still got both our cows here. So yeah, I am going to start herding cows at some point. Oh, can't get them out of the portal. But yeah, we just need to build up a supply and then I'm going to let them loose. So this is the bridge, which we're going to hopefully do some work on a bridge today, if we get time. Just had a look over at my timer now, and quite a lot of time has already gone in this episode, but that's fine. Like I said, we're going to be doing more episodes, so there's also going to be more live streams, so if you haven't already... someone's definitely trolling me. Someone's put an eye in the middle of my base. I'm not sure what this eye business is all about. It's definitely an eye. Someone said it wasn't an eye, but it's definitely an eye. Because I had one over there initially. It is eye sort of prank. I'm assuming it's a prank. Just to clarify, I hadn't seen this before I started recording because I hadn't been over here, but I'm not sure what it's all about. I'm really curious. It reminds me of on Minecraft, the E prank that made it seem like it was E-core, but it wasn't. Not E-core, E-fo. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, let's continue on. So this is what I've been working on. It may just look like a regular tower, but I've actually done some work to it. So if we just head down, basically what I've done is I've made a pretty impressive not blast miner grinder without having to affect the looks of the system. So what we're going to do is, actually the best way to demonstrate this is probably for me to take a quick jump cut, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just reloaded Minecraft with the replay mod installed, so hopefully I can explain this a bit better. But basically what I've got here is I've got a grinder. So inside the towers there's two wither skeleton spawners and a charged creeper spawner. And basically what I've done is, it's not a head collector. I'm gonna possibly do one of those later. This one's literally just to grind for three things. It grinds for coal, obviously coal as coal, not as blocks of coal. Bones, which you get tons of, and gunpowder. So as you can see, it works very well. I haven't AFK'd for too long. Actually, a few hours worth to get that much. But if I go up here, then hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate what is going on exactly. So basically what's happening is there's three spawners which are all active when I'm standing where I'm standing now, and then from there the mobs obviously spawn and then they just get pushed down. This isn't the most effective the farm could be. Obviously if it was a wider area then there would be more, what am I trying to say? If it was a larger area then you could get more spawns, but to be fair the system seems to work pretty well as it is because the mobs die very quickly, so I'm not really worried about it. And of course you occasionally hear mobs getting suffocated because they spawn part way in the wall. That's particularly a problem with the wither skeletons because the spawner doesn't really take that into account, but there's not much you can do about that. So anyway, they do their thing at the top, they spawn, then they fall down into just the crusher system down the bottom. The charged creepers die from the fall, but I couldn't get the wither skeletons to die from the fall because they've got feather falling boots, I believe, so they just never die from any kind of fall. Even if I drop them all the way down to bedrock, I tested, they don't die from that. So I've got this crusher system which is just for the wither skeletons, and it's based on the tripwire. The tripwire then crushes the wither skeletons, which then die. All of their items drop into the hopper system, and then I've just got a dropper clock which pushes the items into an item elevator, which then float up and they go all the way up into the chest system with the 4 chests. So yeah, that's how that works, which is fairly simple really. It wasn't too strenuous to make. And then all of the stuff just builds up in here. As you can see, I've got tons of stuff which kind of sorts its way through very nicely. And the reason for me making this is just to give me enough coal so that any kind of smelting I want to do, I've just got the coal there. It's just kind of a basic resource, so I don't really see it as, you know, overpowered, this farm, in any way. The bones are just useful for growing things quicker, so, you know, again, it will just be really useful for things like if I make a tree farm, or if I make a quick farm, micro farm is the word I'm looking for. And the gunpowder is going to be really useful for making blast miners, which is where you need TNT as a big ingredient for that. And you need, like, I think it's either half a stack or a stack of TNT for each blast miner. So that's like either 5 half stacks or 5 stacks of gunpowder for each one. So there's quite a lot that you need. So that farm's going to be really useful for that, just so that we can play around with the module more, which is the main thing. But anyway, what I wanted to get onto, and I think we've got a bit of time to do it at the end of this episode, is make a bridge linking that area over that side to this area over this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick jump cut, and then I think I'm going to time lapse us doing it. So I will see you in a sec. Okay guys, so that is that about done. That took a lot longer than I was hoping it would. It was just a bit fiddly. I never seemed to have the right amount of wood. As you saw, I had to grow a few trees and I had to keep going back to get more oak wood because I severely underestimated how much of that I need. But this is the bridge. I quite like it. I might might revisit it and make it look slightly better, but I'm pretty happy with how it looks in all. Yeah, we'll have to see what the footage looks like. I'll be able to get more angles there and be able to see if I really like it. But I'm pretty happy with it as it is at the moment. It does the job. It gets me from point A to point B. It kind of fits the general tone. One of the cows has died, otherwise I'd move the cows over now into the area, so I'm going to have to drag another cow from spawn over here. But anyway, guys, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. It was something a bit different. So if you did, then please leave a like, and if you haven't already, then please subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'll see some of you in the live stream on Twitch later tonight, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.